Go on, bud. He's like, hey, you. I remember you.
Overall questions,
Sure.
Curiosities coming to today was,
Yeah.
how do you think he'll react, if you will, being in this environment where
Sure.
he hasn't been trained? Like,
Yeah.
he's been trained with you.
Yep.
Does he associate this house with, I can do what I want, or
So
initially at least?
initially, sometimes, yeah, absolutely, and that's where you'll find the first week back home. Sometimes they'll give you a little bit of pushback with things, but that's where we're going to spend the time going through each of his commands in this environment today, so that we can generalize those commands, right? So it's very common that dogs in general just don't generalize very well. They don't see different places all as the same once they've figured it out in one place. So that's why at the facility we try to do our best to work them as many different places as possible. That's why we took them downtown. That's why we took them to Home Depot. That's why we work them at the facility. You know what I mean?
Right.
To get them used to all of those different environments, so that when we move to one more, like here, it should be an easier transitional process. Typically speaking, when it comes to generalization, they say that it takes about 5 locations or so that the dog is very proficient in until they like really get it. You know?
And then he knows, no matter where he is, the command is the command.
Exactly. Yes.
More one-sided.
And keep your eyes on him.
Yep.
Keep your eyes on him.
Big test.
Oh, look at Beckham.
You can just hang out right there. Would be great.
Okay.
Thank you. We're just trying to get a little distraction in. See how he does.
Thanks, Jen. No problem.
It's pretty good.
You think this will be good?
And again, you can tell he's excited, right? Like you can tell he probably wants to get up, and he might in a minute, but he's doing a pretty good job of it.
Sit. You know how you went through training.
There we go.
Sit.
It's pretty good.
Beckham's always been the culprit.
Beckham's the one, and Beckham bit Jen.
Oh, really?
Bit her without her dog.
Nice. You're one of the victims. Looks pretty good.
Wow. Look at Beckham.
What normally would have happened by now?
Oh, he would have been like, yes, he would have lied.
He would have been going crazy.
Cool. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Come on.
Good work. Then tell him come and start walking.
Come.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to wait for this dog to come pass by. Now, this is typically my routine when it comes to passing other dogs initially. Is I like doing a down because what it does is it gives you a really clear visual of where you need to give a correction, right? Where if you're waiting until it's like, is he too amped up? Is he not too amped up? You're gonna miss it. But in this case, obviously, you're gonna see the second he gets up from that down, you're gonna see him make that mistake and be able to give that correction right there at the perfect moment.
Say no click down.
You got it.
So good.
That was my next question when we encounter another walker.
Yeah.
Do I stop?
Go off to the side, put him into a down, let the dog pass by. Yeah, just every time. For right now, at least.
now.
Yeah. Because again, it's just a more clear visual for you, you know? And here's the thing. When they brought, what was it, Max, is that the dog's name? When they brought Max out, you'll notice like he was excited, right? He's like, I would like to get up, but he didn't. That's totally fine, right? There's kind of a spectrum dogs work through with this kind of stuff. Yeah. Where if they have this condition association of getting really, really amped up every time dogs pass by, the first couple times you have him hold the down, he might look amped up in the down, but as long as he holds it, that's fine. And you'll see as he does it more successfully over time, he'll get calmer and calmer and calmer. Yes, 100%. Yeah. It's not as hard as you think. It's just the hard part is, again, you being able to split your brain and be like, what am I doing with one and what am I doing with the other, you know? Yeah.
bag, the remote,
Yeah.
the leash.
Exactly, right? So my recommendation would be, at least for the next week, maybe just walk him by himself, you know, or you guys both take the dogs out or something like that. So just until it starts getting better, you know.
Yes.
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Second thing you're going to be doing is going
walks
to,
is the first one.
walks is the first one, again, as long or as short as you want. Second thing is going to be a 10 to 15 minute long training session per day, where you're just going to work on some of your commands. Take them out, do some downs, do some beds. If you want to run your doorway drills a couple times, yeah, just kind of put them through the motions just like we did
For 10 to
today.
15 minutes?
10, 15 minutes, nothing crazy long. You just want to work on some commands. And again, you can get creative with it, where if you want to simulate the people coming in, just like make that your 15-minute training session or something like that, totally fine, you know? Like you could even do that with yourselves. And sometimes I recommend that with the doorway. Sometimes it's easy to have like one of you guys go outside and just like simulate it a couple times.
Even though he knows it's us, do you think he'll act differently?
Well, he might act a little differently to the doorway initially. He might still give you a little bit of a response out of it to the doorbell. But more than anything, what it does is it helps you guys develop the muscle memory of what you need to do before you're actually in a real stressful situation, you know? So you're kind of practicing for the picture, so you've developed that skill. So when you actually have to do it, it's like, I've already done this 50 times before, you know? So training session, and then the last thing is going to be a minimum of a 30 to 45 minute long duration session. So that's going to be either a really long bed stay or a really long down stay.
Each day.
Every day, yeah. And do it in situations where...
A down stay or a bed stay?
Down stay or a bed stay. Do it in situations where it's beneficial for your real life. So,
So if we're watching TV.
Working, cooking,
That's
you
gonna
know.
be-
He looks great. I'm gonna grab the rest of his stuff out of the car and bring it in for you guys. But I think you guys gotta just start working with this a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
And just stay strict about stuff. Take this next week pretty serious. And then we'll kind of see where we're at with stuff.
No, I don't want to, yeah,
No, yeah. Mhm.
don't want to undo any of your hard work.
No, that's all right.
But yeah, thank you for this opportunity. It was
Very, very happy to help.
a blessing.
There he is. I see him. No barking. There he is. Look, you see? Putting him on the bed. Step one, success. Hello, hello. It's not warm out here. Whew.
No.
Look at that. Oh, there he is. There's our other buddy. It's the quiet one over there. Nice. How are you guys?
We're doing very well, thank you.
Good, good. Where's he at?
And his DVD.
Buddy, hello. Chilling.
I said, David's
Hi,
coming
bud.
over.
All right. What's happening? I know it's cold out, but have you been still seeing other dogs out on the walks and stuff?
Yep, he's been really good. I just say no. I don't even really have to say no. He kind of looks up at me and
Good.
self-corrects. But there's times where I will and
Sure.
like it.
Yeah.
But not like in the past where
Yep,
he would
yep.
like take the leash and like run, like try to.
That's fantastic.
Like, he wiggles his little tail like, I want to go, but I know I'm not allowed. So.
That's awesome. I mean, what a night and day difference. You know, that's really cool. Especially, I mean, with the doorway. I mean, I saw him. He kind of ran over. He's like, "Wait, somebody's there," and then he went right on his bed.
I had him in a bed stay when the boys came over, and he got out of bed because Harley just hauled
Sure.
us over.
Yeah.
Tripped over the chair. Then he gets up in the excitement, and I'm literally right here, I'm like, back in bed, and
Yeah.
he kind of did that thing where like, I don't
Hesitate.
He sat
Yeah.
down right here, and I'm like, bed.
This one.
And I had to kind of shoo him over because he still kind of does that.
Yeah.
And I know you said get closer to the bed, and I'm like, pretty close.
Well, that's a reasonable
But I
amount of
think it was
distance.
like-
Yeah.
I think he was just caught up in the moment. He's like, okay, I'll stop right here.
Yeah. Awesome. Very, very good.
No.
Back in bed.
Perfect.
Good boy.
All right, so we're gonna have him hold that bed for a minute. What I'm gonna do is just walk out front and ring the doorbell, and just if he gets up out of the bed, correct him and put him back on.
Sure. Boy.
Pretty good. I know. He's like, I'm a professional. He's like, I don't bark at doors anymore. All right, I'm gonna try that one more time.
Boy. He was.
Not too shabby. Good work, buddy.
He just kind of went,
Good work. I mean, he really looks fantastic, though. I'm pleased. You guys have definitely done a really good job with maintaining everything since he's been back. You know, a couple little details here and there to continue.
yeah, it's going to be a work
getting
in
on,
progress
but-
for sure.
but he
Continue
looks
with
great.
everything.
So. It's good enough.
Good stuff.
To wrap things up here, finished up our last session with Beckham over in Medina. Crushed it. That was one of the coolest before and after transformations that I think we've had in quite a long time. Very excited to get all of the footage that we took of him to showcase that with you guys, obviously, for kind of the project we've been working on.